For most of our lives, we're taught the same old story, right? Go to school, get a good job, work really, really hard for your money. But what if I told you that entire path, what Robert Kiyosaki calls the poor dad lesson, is basically a financial treadmill? The rich dad's secret, well, it flips the entire script. It's not about you working for money. It's about your money working for you.
Okay, let's just break this down. On one side, you've got this hamster wheel, working harder, paying more bills, feeling totally drained. Sound familiar? But on the other side, there's a path built on freedom, where income just flows to you automatically. No, this isn't some kind of magic trick. It's about understanding a fundamental secret the wealthy have been using for generations. And that's why you're here. Welcome to Ditta Finance, where we unpack these big ideas and turn them into a clear playbook for your financial freedom. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on that exact secret. We're going to walk through count them, seven specific real-world assets that can literally put money in your pocket while you sleep. So, here's our game plan for today. First, we're going to nail down the one fundamental difference in thinking that changes everything. Then we'll dive into some classic real estate plays. After that, some amazing, unconventional businesses. Then we'll cover the perfect asset for anyone who wants to be a passive investor. And finally, we'll wrap it all up so you can start building your own asset column. Sound good? Let's go!
All right, let's get right to the heart of it. This next concept, this is it. This is the one idea that truly separates the wealthy from, well, everyone else. If you get this one thing, you're already halfway there. And here it is. It's so simple, it's brilliant. Robert Kiyosaki just cuts through all the noise. An asset is something that puts money in your pocket. That's it. No complicated Wall Street jargon, no fancy formulas, just which way is the cash flowing. So let's make this crystal clear. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. The direction of that cash flow is the only thing that matters. It's the entire game. This slide just lays it all out, doesn't it? The rich dad mindset is completely obsessed with one thing, and one thing only: acquiring assets, things that produce income. The poor dad mindset, on the other hand, gets caught up acquiring liabilities, often because we're told they're assets. And this is where it gets a little uncomfortable for a lot of people. That house you live in, the one you're told is your biggest asset, well, with the mortgage, the property taxes, the insurance, the never-ending repairs, it is constantly taking money out of your pocket. That makes it a liability. Same goes for your car, with its payments and insurance, and yeah, even that shiny new phone. They are expenses, not income producers.
So, if those things are liabilities, what are the real assets? What are the things that put money in our pockets? Let's jump into our first category, the absolute foundation for so many wealthy people: classic real estate. We're going to start with two of the most popular, most accessible ways to get into the game: single-family homes, and then how to scale up with multifamily properties. Okay, asset number one, the single-family rental. This is the bread and butter for so many investors. You buy a house, a tenant moves in, and their monthly rent check covers your mortgage, your taxes, all your expenses, and whatever's left over, that goes straight into your pocket. That's cash flow. That's a true asset at work. Now, what's the next level? Multifamily properties. We're talking duplexes, triplexes, small apartment buildings. The beauty here is you've got a built-in safety net. If one tenant moves out, you still have rent coming in from the others to cover the mortgage. It lowers your risk and can seriously boost your cash flow. All right, so real estate is awesome. We get that. But beyond houses and apartments, there's this whole other world of overlooked assets. These are the unconventional, kind of boring businesses that the rich absolutely love because they are just quiet, consistent cash flow machines. We're going to look at 4 hidden gems: self-storage units, warehouses, car washes, and laundromats. Now, I know these don't sound glamorous or exciting, but you know what? Sexy doesn't pay the bills. Cash flow does. So let's talk about self-storage. Why is this such a killer asset? Simple. People will always have more stuff than they have space for. That means demand is always there. And compared to having tenants in a house, the overhead is super low, maintenance is a breeze, and you have way less drama. It's just a cash flow king. Now, if you want something that's truly hands-off, you have to look at commercial warehouses. Think about it. With the explosion of e-commerce, every online business needs a place to store its stuff. they sign long-term leases, and often they pay for the taxes and maintenance themselves. It is an ultra-passive goldmine in today's world.
This one might surprise you, but automated car washes are brilliant. They're basically money printing machines. They need very little staff, they can run 24/7, and once they're set up, they just generate cash, whether you're working, sleeping, or on a beach somewhere. And in that same vein, you have laundromats. This is exactly the kind of boring business Rich Dad loves. Why? It's an essential service. No matter what the economy is doing, people need clean clothes. That makes it recession-proof. It runs with low labor, and it's a simple, reliable cash-generating machine. Okay, maybe you're listening to all this and thinking, this sounds great, but I do not want to be a landlord. I don't want to deal with tenants or fix toilets. Well, guess what? There's an asset for you too. Let's move to our final asset class, which is perfect for the truly passive investor. Say hello to asset number 7, REITs. That stands for Real Estate Investment Trusts. And in simple terms, these are just giant companies that own and operate massive portfolios of income-producing real estate. So when you buy a share of a REIT, you're not just buying one property. You're buying a tiny piece of a huge, professionally managed portfolio. You could own a slice of apartment buildings, shopping malls, warehouses, data centers, all at once. It's instant diversification. But here's the absolute best part, the real secret sauce of REITs. By law, they are required to pay out most of their income to shareholders as dividends. This makes them, arguably, the most passive way on earth to earn consistent income from real estate, right from your brokerage account. No phone calls, no hassle. So let's bring this all home, shall we? The entire Rich Dad philosophy, this whole conversation, it's not about working harder at your job. It's about changing the rules of the game you're playing. It's about focusing day in and day out on building that asset column, acquiring things that work for you, so one day you don't have to. So I want to leave you with one final powerful question to think about. Take an honest look at your own financial life. Are your choices, your purchases, your habits, are they leading you to acquire more assets that pay you or more liabilities that you have to pay for? Let me know down in the comments which of these 7 assets you found the most interesting. And hey, if this breakdown shifted your perspective, do me a favor and hit that like button. And be sure to subscribe to Ditta Finance for more deep dives into building real wealth. Thanks for watching.